Two-time World Championship bronze medalist PB Sindhu stands just a win away from assuring India an elusive medal after she stunned London Games silver medalist Wang Yihan of China to enter the women's singles semifinals at the Rio Olympics here on Tuesday. The 21-year-old Indian, who came into the match with a 2-4 head-to-head record, dished out a compact game to outmaneuver the more experienced Wang 22-20, 21-19 in a grueling battle lasting 54 minutes. With the memorable win, Sindhu became the second Indian badminton player to reach an Olympic semifinal after Saina Nehwal achieved the feat 4 years ago. It was a battle of nerves as the duo engaged in fast-paced rallies with each trying to close out the points. Some fierce stroke play was on display with the one having better control prevailing over the other. In the opening game, which lasted 29 minutes, Wang raced to a 3-0 lead after dictating the pace of the rallies before Sindhu grabbed a couple of points. The Indian made it 5-5 after Wang hit the net. Sindhu showed some good judgment and accumulated points riding on her opponent's unforced errors, but Wang still entered the break with the 11-8 lead. Sindhu, who had beaten Wang in the Denmark Open last year, grabbed 3 straight points to make it 11-12 but left a shuttle at the baseline next. The Indian leveled par at 13-13 when Wang hit it way wide off the court. Sindhu tried to make Wang cover the longest distance by pushing her to the back corner and then drawing her forward to the net, earning her a few points. The Indian used her reach to play some reverse-angled strokes to catch Wang off guard and grabbed the lead when Wang found the net. At 18-18, Sindhu won a video referral to get to crucial game point advantage after once again Wang's return buried at the net. What came next was the longest rally, which ended with Wang winning the point with a forehand return at the back of the court. The Chinese then roared back when Sindhu hit the nets. Sindhu's cross-court returns set up the next point for her, and then she earned the bragging rights when Wang missed the line once again. With cheers of Jirtiga Bhi India Turka reverberating in the stadium, Sindhu took the court for the second game and soon opened up the 8-3 lead, much to the delight of the Indian fans. There was absolutely no margin for error as the duo tried to outwit each other. In the end it was Wang who failed to rein in her errors to allow Sindhu to reach the break with the 11-8 advantage after sealing an aggressive parallel rally with a powerful smash. Every time the 21-year-old Sindhu outplayed her more experienced rival, she seemed more pumped up, as it was followed by a loud cheer from the Indian fans. There were occasional exchanges of looks with coach Pullela Gopakand, who was seen constantly giving his feedback from the sideline. At 18-13, Sindhu moved into a 5-point cushion when Wang pushed one wide. The Chinese showed great fighting spirit to reel off the next 6 points and grabbed the lead with a mid-court smash. A good return of serve made it 19-19 before the Indian secured the match point with a powerful smash. Wang hit the net on the decisive point as Sindhu fell to the ground in jubilation. In the only other Indian event of the day, India's Greco-Roman wrestler Hardeep Singh lost his opening round bout in the 98 kg category by technical points to Turkey's Yildirim Sen and crashed out of the competition at the Rio Olympics. The Turkish wrestler won the bout 2-1 despite a stiff resistance from the 25-year-old Indian. Hardeep's hopes of making it to the repechage was blown away when Sen subsequently lost to Artur Alexandyan of Armenia 0-9 in the semi-final. PB Sindhu plus rated her win over London Olympics silver medalist Yihan Wang as one of the best moments of her career, hoping that she could maintain her good form against Japanese Nozomi Okuhara in the semi-finals of the Rio Olympics. Asked about her initial feelings, Sindhu said, "This is also Rio Olympics. It's a very different feeling. It's one of the best moments. I hope there will be many more to come." World No. 10 said after her 22-20 21-19 victory to become second Indian after Saina Nehwal to reach last 4 at Olympics. Queried about the pressure of winning an Olympic medal for India in this difficult time, she said, "I was just thinking about the game. If you play really well you will automatically win the game, and the medal. I'm just focused on my match and the next match, the semis against Okuhara. I hope I can give my best." 7 years younger to the Chinese, the two-time World Championship bronze medalist Indian trailed by 10-12 and was 20-20, but she maintained her calm to win 2 points and take an intense first game. Sindhu attributed her patience which helped her winning crucial points when the much-fancied Chinese rival was retrieving everything she threw at her. There were big rallies, she was attacking well. My smashes were going out initially. Even she did not leave and she was lifting everything. I was really patient and I was ready for everything, which I feel was the turning point. I never thought I would lose this, because any moment anything can change. It was not so easy to get points, both of us fought for every point. It was very close. In the first game it was 20-all and I felt even though I was leading I never thought the game was over. She came really close, even she played brilliantly, she said. Coach Paula Gopikand feels Sindhu can do much better in terms of her defensive ability and she faces world number 3 Nozomi Okuhara in the Olympic semifinals Thursday. World number 10 Sindhu, who has a 1-3 win-loss record against Nozomi, has never beaten the Japanese since the Asian Youth Under-19 Championship in 2012 and has lost on 3 consecutive occasions in 2014, 2015 and the last being Asian Team Championship in Hyderabad earlier in February this year. It was good the win against Wang Yihan but in my book she can do a notch higher. There's of course some chances of improvement in a couple of areas, Gopikand said after Sindhu earned a hard-fought 22-20 21-19 win over world number 2 Wang to make the semis. Sindhu gave away 6 easy points at a crucial stage in the second game to Wang Yihan the 19-18 lead, but the Indian did well to scrape through in the 55-minute battle of nerves. She'd been inconsistent a few times and squandered leads but I think it's all part of her learning experience. She's still young and has age on her side. I think she's a great fighter with great work ethic, Gopikand said about Sindhu. Rating the win as one of the biggest of Sindhu's career, Gopikand added, I think definitely, it's one of the biggest. The Olympic quarter-final stage makes it special. She played really well and was all fired up. It was really a good match, a spirited performance from the beginning. Both the players fought well. Sindhu stayed calmer and finished off. She showed great attitude. She straightway got into a good retrieving capacity to negate Yihan's attack. It was very close call on all the games. She changed her game plan a couple of times and started attacking on Sindhu's forehand before playing counter net a couple of times. In the end, Sindhu responded well with some solid smashes, he said.